So you were almost 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 7, not 7.
Not yet.
I'm not gonna get you there
This is
yet.
good. I like it.
Yeah, not gonna get you there yet. So tell me about growing up in Greenville Bluff, Virginia. You went to a segregated school.
I did.
Right? I think people don't understand how recent history is, like how recent, like what a lot of our people went through is, and how close and how it's not. It was in his lifetime, in his lifetime, right? And it affected the man that he is, and the things that go on in this world. They affect him differently because he went through time like that. So tell people a little bit about those times. I think it'll be enlightening for a lot of young people just to understand, from a segregated school to 50 houses to a successful husband to a successful father to a successful businessman. What was that beginning? That very, very beginning.
Well, I was one out of 8 kids. My father worked as a slave cleaner. My mom did the domestic work, which is clean houses. And I remember going to school and putting cardboard box in the bottom of my shoes so that my feet wouldn't hit the ground. And I also remember the basketball court that we played on was dirt, which is outside. That was our gymnasium, which is outside. And and then I also remember back in the day we called them hoe cake. Mama make bread with the size of pancake, and that's what we took made our sandwich out of. And today I don't eat bologna, but that's just that reason. I eat no bologna. So anyway, and growing up, we had. It was a struggle. We had fun, but at the same time, it was segregated. It was hard. You passed the white school to go to the black school, which is another 6-7 miles down the road. And you got hand-me-down books because the book came in, and most times we had to tape up the backside of the books. Very rarely that the books were new. But we also had dedicated teachers. And I also remember graduating from school. I'm dyslexic, so I had no idea what that word meant at that time. So I graduated school in 1969 with a 6th grade reading level. I knew that I couldn't read like everybody else, but I pretend to be able to read like everybody else. And even today, my mom was passed and gone, my father passed and gone. No one knew that I had a learning disability. So, but I also remember when I was 12 years old, my father's home property and the property that I grew up with side by side. And I remember 12 years old standing on the porch, looking across the field, and I told my cousin that one of these days that I am going to work for myself. I'm going to choose my own destiny. And I had no idea what I was going to do at 12 years old. And so I went to work. I graduated from school. Went to work for a place called Stromberg Carlson. And that was the first job I ever got fired from. I got fired. Absolutely. Best firing I ever had. And listen, I wasn't mad then that I got fired. I have no idea why I got fired. I was doing my job. And for some reason, the guy didn't like me. So then I went to work for a restaurant, which was Shoney's. Then I went to work for another restaurant downtown. And along my journey was that then I ended up at a grocery store. And I worked for a grocery store in Charlottesville called Esther Supermarket I worked for Esther for 8 years.
And that's down
Cherry Avenue in Charlottesville.
Right.
Yeah.
Was that Thompson Park?
No, there's a park down there. There's a new park down. I don't know the name of the cross street from Esther. And I remember Mr. Estes looked at me one day and he said, only thing you're going to be good for is digging ditches. True story. And why he said it, I have no idea. And I looked him in the face. I said, yes, you're right, but somebody's going to pay me a lot of money for digging ditches. And I had an opportunity, received an opportunity to go to work for Safeway. Went to work for Safeway. I became a case man for the meat department. I worked my way up to meat manager. And that was the best experience I ever had, because I, at that point, was serious about, regardless of any opportunity that I had, I was going to be serious about it. And I won't just squander it. I'm going to be the best I could be. And I became the best meat manager that Safeway had in Charlotte at that time. And I ran the smallest meat department. And 2 years after I left Safeway, after I started my business, I got a letter from the district manager wanting to know how could I run a meat department so efficient and make that kind of money. Well, that taught me a lot, because when I went to work for myself, I took the same attitude. And I often tell people, I said, listen, that was my college, that was my classroom. That Safeway paid me, and I was willing to learn, and I took it very serious. And when I went to work for myself, because I started my business 5 years before I left Safeway. And when I went for myself, worked for myself full time, I took that same attitude. So I didn't have to find anything new. I didn't have to find any kind of excitement or energy or drive. I had that drive when I worked at Safeway, and they was paying me. And that's the rest of the story. And from there, from landscaping, I started buying real estate. And
how old were you when you started buying real estate?
I've been in the real estate business over 30 years now. So I'm 68 now. I said 70. I claim 70. 70 is good. 70 is a good year, good age.
Let's keep you at 68.
Yeah, I know that's right. I know that's right. I'm coming from 69. So anyway, it was 30 years ago that I started buying real estate.
Okay, so before you, I mean, it wasn't, you were pretty far, you were much further along in life.
Yeah. So I was in my, you was in college. You hadn't.
I was about to start.
You were about to start college when I first bought my first property.
Yeah. So you were in your 30s.
I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure enough. And then from that, I just saw an opportunity, because what happened was, when I started landscape business, I was doing a lot of cleanup for a lot of other property owners. When tenants moved out, I was doing cleanup. I was painting, I was cleaning, and everything. Like you said earlier, I had a cleaning business, commercial, residential cleaning. I used to clean office buildings. I used to paint at night, and I did a lot of things to. It wasn't about making ends meet. It was about, I wanted to build a career for myself, and I knew that I had to do something more than what I was doing. And from that, I had my godfather own a piece of property down on 5th Street, and he was telling me that he wanted to get out of the business, and that he thought that I would be a good person to buy this townhouse. And at that time, I didn't know anything about owning a townhouse. I owned the house that I lived in, but I said, okay, I can do this thing. And from that point, I never looked back. And the strangest thing, because I often tell guys this all the time, they say, well, I can't do anything till I save up some money. I said, that's not true. I said, the problem is you don't have the right information. Because I thought the same thing when I first got into it, but then once I started talking to other investors like Dr. Fox, and my godfather, and other people who was in the business, and I found out that they wasn't using that money. They had a relationship with the bank. And so, and then there was another young man that I used to talk to a lot, and I cut his grass for a long time, was Blake Hurt. Carol Hurt, my husband, wonderful man. He used to give me some really, really good advice. My clients, my landscape clients became my friends, and they knew that I was buying properties. They didn't care. And I used to sometimes sit and say, hey, what should I do about this? I want to do that, and I want to do this. And I wasn't too proud to seek advice, or we called it a counseling.
So I wrote down a couple things. It's not that it's not that they don't have enough money. The right amount of money is they don't have the right relationship.
They don't have the right information.
So they don't have the right information and the right
relationship. The right relationship. Absolutely.
Because had you not had the relationship, that was built over time, then your godfather wouldn't have trusted you enough to
That's right.
finance
That's right.
property.
That's right. He owned the finance 5 of them.
5 of your first 5.
My first 5.
Right, which led you to everything else.
Led me to the other 45 or 50.
And then what I also wrote here was how you do anything is how you do everything.
Absolutely.
So when you were at Safeway, how you ran that meat department, right? Which some people would have looked at as being not what you are now.
That's right.
Prepared you for what you were becoming.
Absolutely. I often tell people, I said, what you do on your job, you do at home. What you do at home, you do on your job.
Right. Right. So if you're a lazy husband, you're a lazy business owner.
And you're a lazy employee.
Right. Okay. And then the last thing I wrote down is everything is preparing you for your journey. Everything you do.
If you only could see it.
Yeah, I'm going to end that right there. There's so many jewels that I hope you guys go back and I'm into stories now. I want to hear people's stories. And, I've heard the story before, but every time I hear the story, I get something else out of it. So I hope that you guys go back and listen to it again, because as you're on your journey, there's a place that you are right now where you're not honored, that you're not giving everything you possibly can. And the universe is not going to give you the next opportunity, or you're not going to be prepared for that next opportunity, right?
Oh, 100%.
Until you honor and be the best at what you are and where you are. Right? So
stretch yourself. Stretch yourself.
Like stretch yourself.
No.
Like,
take a chance.
Take a chance.
Take a chance.
So you never know, right?
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Take a chance. Get rid of the word no.
Word no. All right.
That's it.
That's it. Peace.